Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of Schlage Week here on this channel. So we've been talking about the various options in section keying in Schlageland, right? We've talked about how all these obverse keyways have unique keys. We've talked about how there are multi-section keys like the H, the J, the K that can fit in some of them. We've talked about how the super awesome SC20 is the thinnest of all the keys that will fit in every one of them. And that is, of course, what's the basis for the SC20 pick, right? The L keyway. But some of you, and again, we covered this, I used to think, oh, well, CE, if that must be like, that's a composite keyway, right? That's a multiplex keyway. So the C key or the E key would fit in there. No, the C doesn't fit in there. The E doesn't fit in there. No, that is an entirely unique keyway. So wait a minute. What if you had a door that you wanted someone with a C key and an E key to operate? What if you wanted to be able to have every one of these keys all fit in the same lock? You might say to yourself, that's crazy. You would never want a lock like that. That would be a terrible lock. That's like the opposite of master keying. It's like a super non-master. Well, yeah, there's a name for it. It's not called like sub or anything like that for all of my Dom friends out there. No, it is called maison keying, and Schlage does support it. So yes, maison keying would be used literally for, in the olden days, the front door of a house or the front door of a big building where you have many different apartments or tenants who have their own key to their doors. But the front door, you don't want to give everyone like a separate front door key. You just say your key for your apartment. If you lose it, you got to pay me for a new one. It also works the front door. That can be done with some funny things in the pin stacks we're not going to get into. It has to do with not populating all the pin stacks and maybe adding a few extra shear lines that you wouldn't normally have in some situations. Usually maison keyed locks are very easy to attack or to rake. But the keyway is in fact a true multiplex composite of everything in the Schlage Classic line. This is Schlage's P keyway. And again, you've probably never seen this before. It exists. Schlage talks about it right on their website. And they will also let you know if you try to order it that it has more or less been discontinued. Because maison keying is simply not as popular anymore. It's just there are better ways to do access. There's electronic control. There are different newer lock systems beyond the Schlage Classic line. But sure enough, this lock will operate with every single one of these key blanks. These will all fit down the lock because it is the widest possible lock you could ever imagine. Does that mean then that in this situation, the L blank has a lot of wobble? Does this mean the SC20 pick would flop around and not fit cleanly in the keyway? Well, it's got a little bit of wiggle and play to it, but is that so much that we would prefer to not use this tool? Let's find out. All right, let's have a go with this. Can't find any good picking. Wow. Whoosh. So look at the amount of play we got here. God damn. Ah, there we go. That feels better. Okay. All right, so we got that. I'm not going to lie, it felt a little bit wiggly wobbly. But would it feel any different with the SC4 pick? It's not that different, honestly. Let's see. Nothing on 2. There we go. Feeling kind of good. There's 3. There's a good click there. There we go. All right, it went faster with the SC4 pick. Do I attribute that to it being a tighter fit in the keyway? A little. A little bit tighter in the keyway. Not a... Is it enough to make a difference? I honestly don't know. I'm going to say, with the relative crazy obscurity of this lock, The P blank does not exist, right? There is nothing that's ever going to be manufactured that would have a tight fit in that keyway. Keys will feel like they wobble. Even the really nice Lishi picks, the SC20 really wobbles in there. Is it demonstrably tighter with the SC4 pick? Not a lot. Given the fact that you are unlikely to ever see this in the field, and the fact that the SC20 and SC4 both performed pretty admirably, I don't know if that's the biggest hindrance. That's kind of the worst case scenario for the SC20 pick, and it still clearly worked. You make the call. So when making your own purchases, trying to give you the best information I can. I'm not going to push you one direction or another. And if you are the kind of person, like some of you are, and I see your orders come through, that again, just have to purchase everything under the sun. You're already out there purchasing every lock cylinder and all the keys in the world. Maybe you'll benefit from this week's giveaway today. Key Smarts. If you've seen on my talk about all the keys I like to carry around on daily carry, the Key Smart is what I use. It's also the backbone of the Covert Companion. Is that what they call their thing on Covert Instruments? The little fold-up dealio. Yeah, the Key Smart, of all the different key holders, it's the one I like the most. So I am going to give away a couple of them. And they come with a bottle opener, if, like me, you're drinking a lot. So yeah, if you're not familiar, sign up on the mailing list. You get entered into the giveaway automatically. You don't, like some people are like, oh, I didn't get this confirmation or the confirmation timed out. Yeah, you'll get a confirm email and you have to click the link. But even if you click it and it says it's since timed out, you are still entered. Don't worry. I've had people ask me that and then I look in the database and I check. You're all set. Don't worry about it. So maybe you win one of those. Maybe you are going to get yourself a Key Smart. Maybe, speaking of keys and smarts, you are a smarty person and you've been listening to this talk all this week about Schlage this and Keyways that, and you're like, yeah, okay, you got the C keyway and the E keyway and the F keyway. Maybe you've noticed that there are some keyways conspicuously missing in the letters, right? This alphabet's got some gaps in it. That's the topic of tomorrow's video on Schlage Leak. Stay safe out there.